Hello everyone, welcome to Mr. Awesome Club. So in this video today I am going to show you VLAN Trunking Protocol, means VTP protocol. That is very much important protocol in the ccna part, and that is also important for your network administration. So let's start this topic, and in this topic we'll see firstly what's the meaning of VTP, means VLAN Trunking Protocol. So here you can see first thing, it is a Cisco proprietary protocol. That means it's a Cisco proprietary, and means in Cisco devices you will find only that protocol that propagating the definition of VLAN on the whole local network. To do this, VTP carries VLAN information to all the switches in a VTP domain. That means by this protocol, what you can do, you can share your VLAN. Means your switch can carry your VLAN from first switch to second switch. So for that we have to need this VTP protocol. And if I will explain you here, so now see. So here you can see we have one switch, that is my first switch, and in this switch we have some devices like PC connected. This is my first PC, and I have one other PC also available, and total I have 24 port available there, right? And suppose here we have two VLAN. In one VLAN we have 13 PC, that is HR VLAN, and in second VLAN we have 13, and we have about 10 PC available we have. Okay, so we have 10 PC, that means that is my VLAN 3, and the name of that VLAN is account VLAN. Now what happened, suppose you are working in this network, that's okay, but if you want to expand your network, if you want to expand your department, you have HR department and account department, but you want to add some PC in HR department and as well as some PC in account department also. Suppose that is 10 PC. You want to add 10 PC in HR and 10 PC in account. But in this switch we have only 24 port. That means we don't have any empty switch. We don't have any switch by which we can connect more PC. So we have to need one more switch. So we will add one more switch, no issue. But what we have to do, we have to disturb whole the network. We have to firstly connect all the HR PC in first switch and account PC in second switch. We can do that. So we can separate that VLAN in one switch and the second another switch. But what will happen, we have to disturb whole the network. But I want that I have to I don't want to disturb my network, only I want to add the PC in that department without any disturbance. So how we can do? For that what I will do, I will attach one switch, and in that switch I will attach 10 PC for the HR and 10 PC for the account. And here our VTP protocol comes. This VTP protocol will share your VLAN from first switch to another switch, means second switch, and then you will add that PC in the HR and the account. So for that we have to need the VTP protocol. So here you can see VTP is also used to create, manage, maintain large network with many interconnected switch, right? So you can create, manage and maintain the VLAN and everything you can manage there. And here you can delete or you can rename the VLAN also from the central point, right? Our first switch is the central point. From that point we can share the VLAN to any switch. If you have 2 switch, 3 switch and many more switch, so you can share that VLAN, right? And then you can manage that everything from the central point. So that is called the VLAN. And here we have 3 modes available: VTP Server Mode, VTP Client Mode, and VTP Transparent Mode. Here is the picture. Here you can see we have one VTP server available, one VTP client available, and one VTP Transparent available. Our central point is here. You can see that is our VTP server. Here I have HR and account available, so I want to share that. So what I will do here, server mode means what? The VTP server mode is the default mode for all Catalyst suite. Means that is the default mode. If you will not change anything, so your server mode, your VTP mode will be the server mode. Here you can create, modify and delete VLAN. If you want to modify your VLAN, if you want to delete, if you want to create more VLAN, so on this server mode you can do that, right? So that means we have to set server mode on that switch where we have all the VLAN available, from where we want to control that. Then next is VTP client mode. VTP client means this mode receive information from the VTP server, right? This mode receive information from the VTP server, it send and receive update. So it will only receive the update, means VTP server send the VTP server share the VLAN and you will receive that and you will update the table in your machine, in your switch. So that is client mode. Transparent means what? It will not participate in that VTP domain. It will not work as a server or as a client also. So that is the transparent mode. So as we discussed, suppose we have 3 switch in this picture also we have 3 switch. So if you have any switch, you don't want to share your VLAN to that switch and that is also not the server. So in that case, what mode you have to set? You have to set VTP transparent mode. When you will set that VTP transparent mode, it will not participate. It will just forward your information, forward your update to the next switch, right? So that is called the VTP transparent mode. So this is the mean of VTP, means VTP server, VTP client and the VTP transfer. I think that things you have to means understand clearly. If you have any doubts, so you can comment me and then I will give you the answer for that. And now let's go for the next thing, means how we can configure that and how we can see that things, how we can share the VLAN from the central point from the server switch to another. So we will see that things. So let's go for that. So here is the command. I written all the commands here. So when you will do practice, so for you can also screenshot this screen and you can use these commands to configure that. I will show you that how to configure that, but here you can see that. Firstly, go to the VTP server switch, means on first switch we have to configure that VTP mode server. Already it is set, but you have to use that command so that you can understand, okay, that is the command to set on server mode. If it is not already set on the server, so by this command you can set. Then you have to set one domain name there. So let's go how to configure that, then we will see. So let's go to that. Okay, so we are in Cisco Packet Tracer and here I configure this topology, and in this topology I have 3 switch available. And first switch is I will set on transparent mode, second I will use for the server, and third one I will use for the client, right? So here we have 3. So I will click on the second one to server mode, and here firstly I will create 2 VLAN, VLAN 2 and VLAN 3 for the HR and for the account. So let's create that VLAN space 2 and the name space HR and VLAN space 3 and the name space account, right? So name is account. Okay, now press enter. After that, the next thing we have to assign the port, means we have 4 PC available in that topology. If you will see here, 2 PC in the HR and 2 PC for the account. So firstly we will see the port number and then that port we will assign for the specific VLAN. So that first one is FS03 and then FS04 and then I think 5, okay, and then 6. So that means I have to assign 3 and 4 number port in the HR and 5th and 6th number port in the account. So that's set. So firstly I will run that interface, exit that, and then interface, and now FA and 0/3. Oh, not range. Actually we have only 2, so we can do that. 0/3, enter. Then switch port, and after that switch port access, and then VLAN, and then 2. Okay, now it's set. Switch port, then FA04, then switch port access VLAN 2. Okay, and then FA05 that I have to set on VLAN 3. So VLAN 3, and then FA06 also I have to assign in VLAN 3. Okay, now it's set VLAN 3, right? This is how we can create the VLAN and we can assign the port. Now when I will see, so show VLAN on the privilege mode, here you can see FA03, FA04, 5, 6. So successfully that is assigned. Now the next thing is we have to share that VLAN, right? So we have to create the VTP server, VTP client and the VTP transparent. So I will firstly assign the IP address on the PC also, so that we can see the effect of that VLAN that will not be able to ping with different VLAN, right? So assign the IP. So I assign that IP, and here also I have to assign, so 192.168.10.2, then the subnet mask, then close it. Now go on third one and then assign here 192.168.10.3 and then assign on fourth one. And if you didn't watch my last videos, so you have to watch that, because by that you can understand the concept, how to create the simple topology, how to use the modes in that Cisco CLI, what's the mean of the privilege mode, and everything you can see there. And now see the next IP I assigned there, and now here also I have to assign. So IP configuration, so 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, here I have to assign 7, and then subnet mask. On next I have to assign 10.8, so 10.8 there, and then subnet mask, close it. Now 10.9, so 10.9 I have to assign. Perfect. Now close it. Then 10.10, the last PC, 10.10. Okay, so now successfully I assigned the IP address on all the PC also. Now the next thing, here I will do one thing, show VLAN, and if I will show you on my third one, that is my client. So here only the default VLAN available, right? The HR and the account is not available. So now I will share the VLAN, and after sharing the VLAN, you will be able to see that VLAN in third switch, means in that client also, right? So now see, so here is the command. So I will show you the command and run that command on this Cisco packet tracer also. So first command is, we have to run that VTP mode server, right? It is in already, if you will see that, right? Device mode already, VTP server, that is in already. But you have to remember that that is a command to set on server mode if it is not set on that. Now the next thing is, when you configure that server, so we have to set the domain. So domain is awesome.com I set. After that, the next thing, we have to configure trunk, right? I also already defined that what is the mean of trunk. So now trunk, by trunk port only your VLAN can be carried from first switch to second. So I will use that FA01 because that is connect with the server. So FA01 server to client, right? So switch port mode trunk and switch port trunk allowed VLAN 1 to 99. You can give any value there. I just said that 1 to 99 means normally you can set 1 to 10, 1 to 3, how much you want to means how many you want to share that from the server to client. You have to give that value. Now interface FA02 switch port mode trunk allowed VLAN 1 to 99, and that is also set. Now after that, the next thing we have to do on the client, only that things we have to do. That is very much simple. You can see here, right? If you will see here the status VTP, so here you can see, so here we have VTP version, and the mode is server, and the domain is awesome.com, and here number of existing VLAN is total 7 with the default VLAN also. So now go on. Third one is the client. On this client, we have to make this as a client of that server. As we discussed already, it is in server mode, so we have to set a client. So here is the command for the client. Now see, so we have to go on this global configuration mode. Here we have to run VTP mode and client. So VTP mode client and then press enter. It's set on the client. Already it will taken from the server that domain name, but we have to set that. Suppose it will not set that. Here you can see already set to awesome.com. Now the interface, we have to make the trunk also. So interface FA0/1 and the switch port mode trunk, switch port mode trunk, press enter. So it's set on trunk. So now that's okay. We have it. So now show VLAN. Now show BTP state first. So here is the status. So it is in client mode, and after that we'll see the show VLAN. So here you can see HR and account now. I didn't create them, right? I already share that from the server, and it update the table here in the client. So this is how we can do that. Now on the transparent mode, what I have to do, I have to configure for the transparent. So just go to the config T, and then now we have to set VTP mode transparent, press enter. So it's set on the transparent mode. Now the next thing what I have to do, VTP domain, I will also try to set that. So already set to awesome.com. Perfect, that's okay. Now just check the just do interface. We have to make the trunk also. So interface, switch port mode, trunk, so it's in trunk mode. I will configure everything. I want to show you that means it will not take the update from the server, it will not update the table. So everything I did here, just see. Now show show and VLAN. So just maximize it. Now see, here we don't have any VLAN. We did everything. We did everything on this transparent also, on the server also. But it will not accept, it will not update this table for the VLAN. So that is the mean of transparent, right? So this is how we did everything here. Means what's the mean of VLAN, how to create the VTP server, VTP client, VTP transparent, and to see the effect. In industry practice also, you have to understand that concept. If you have to share the VLAN, so that time you have to need this VTP protocol, and only in Cisco switch you can use this. And here is the command, everything I written here. To show VTP status, show VTP status is the command, so that you can note down, you can take the screenshot and you can make the notes. And here everything is set. Now just close it, and now that's is the PC. Okay, here now I will show you how I will show you to ping from the HR department to the means HR department. So here you can see, just a minute. Config G, and then interface FA 0/2, and then switch port access VLAN 1. So I add this VLAN, means I add this PC, I add this port in that client machine also for that shared VLAN 4 also, because if you want to ping with that, if you want to see the effect, so you have to add that also. So 5, and then switch port access VLAN 3. Okay, perfect. Now see show VLAN, and just scroll down. Okay, FS0 2 3 4 5. Okay, now everything is set. Now see, so if I will ping, so I will type the IP address. So what is the IP address? 1 ping space 192.168.10.7. Now see, I am able to ping with that same VLAN. But if I will try to ping with different VLAN with the account PC, I will not be able to ping with that. Now see 10.9, that is the account PC. I'm not able to ping with that. Right, so this is how we can see. So that's all for today. Thank you guys.